My name is Joyce Hollander-Rodriguez. I'm a family physician in Klamath Falls, Oregon. I work at OHSU. There's a lot of different ways people think about rural, and so there's those formal definitions where one of my favorite resources is a website called Am I Rural, where you just go in and type in zip codes and it gives you like multiple different definitions of rurality using federal census definitions, state designations, all of those things. So there's great easy tools that we can use to actually define rurality in places. I think that there are also really fun ways when we're working with students where we talk to them about what's the distance to the nearest Costco, whether or not you grow up in an area where you actually have Wi-Fi, whether or not you grow up in an area where you can get a pizza delivered to your house. Many people who grew up in rural areas don't have great Wi-Fi, have never lived in a place where you could get a pizza delivered. And those are some of the more fun cultural definitions of rural that resonate with people who have lived in these areas. Other things, just thinking about rural culture, that means different things in a lot of different communities, and is an interesting area for people to tackle if they haven't lived in rural areas as well, to understand what rural culture might mean in that community and how that plays out. One of the things that I love about living in a rural community is the very strong sense of community that comes with that. That we have a really strong value on being neighbors. That many of the divisive issues that can tend to have people stay in their bubble and find other like-minded individuals, like religion and politics and all of those things, that in a rural community there's a high value placed on being neighbors, and that can overcome differences around these sort of othering concepts. And so getting students and residents and people who haven't lived in rural areas to come and experience that and see that there's this really high value on like live and let live, and we can have these like different opinions on topics that are really divisive in other parts of the country, and we're really focused on civility and being a community.